Israel's war in the West Bank is intensifying, even as it resumes fighting in Gaza.
Every day before I sleep, I just ask myself this question: I will back or not?
Allahu Akbar.
Hundreds of homes demolished, more Palestinians displaced than any time in the past 50 years. Israel says it's fighting terrorists.
הם עושים עבודה נהדרת. בשנה האחרונה אנחנו מאוד הגברנו את הפעילות שלנו.
But radical settlers believe this is the moment to take over the territory.
We don't want you, you and the Arabs, all right?
We're traveling across the occupied West Bank as a dark new chapter in this conflict unfolds. For the crowd gathered on this hilltop, it feels like history is repeating itself. Below them, an Israeli military digger has been demolishing houses inside the Nur Shams camp on the outskirts of the city of Tulkarm. Their grandparents came here as refugees, forced from their homes by Israel's creation and the war which followed. Initially just tents, the camp grew into a bustling urban neighborhood, only for a new generation to be displaced now.
أنا مش اللي اخترت المخيم لما احنا صارت عندنا هجرة ال 48 لما تهاجرنا من بلادنا، يعني هذا كان زي أقوى تهجير إلنا وأقوى نجوح إلنا، يعني هينا قاعدين قبالنا مش قادرين نصلها.
The entire camp is deserted. Residents living with relatives or renting apartments.
Very crazy situation there.
Also watching on is English student Walid.
This is my house.
He's seen frequent shorter raids before.
This is the big one.
But nothing like this.
And what do you think? You'll be able to go back?
I don't know. This is the very sensitive question for me, man. They are still there for 1 month. They are still there.
As we talk, Israeli soldiers move towards the hill.
Soldiers.
Yes.
Soldiers?
A warning shot rings out. The crowd quickly disperses. Later, from what's left of the road below, we get a glimpse of the destruction that's been wrought.
Well, this is the edge of the camp, and it's pretty much as close as we can get. We've even been warned not to get out of the car here because there are still Israeli soldiers positioned inside. But you can see the road has been completely torn up, and many of these homes and shops have their entire fronts ripped off.
The Israeli army says it's dismantling terrorist infrastructure and ensuring its troops can operate securely. The refugee camps have been home to armed groups, linked to attacks on Israeli soldiers and civilians. This unprecedented army operation, expelling residents from multiple refugee camps, has been led by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He was photographed sitting inside a Palestinian home taken over by the military in Tulkarm. We arrive at the apartment block just hours after soldiers have withdrawn, as residents return. The apartments have been trashed. Pro-Israeli graffiti sprayed on the walls. Household appliances ripped apart. Upstairs, the puerile behavior of the Israeli soldiers is clear to see and to smell.
Is it dirt or is poo?
It's so disgusting, honestly, to see that.
Israeli soldiers have piled the children's clothes around the toilet. Feces are all over the floor.
Here he says it's a flood.
On the door, in Hebrew, they've written, flooded.
It must make you so angry.
Yes, we are angry. We can't do nothing, honestly. Okay, we came here, you could sleep, okay, but why you make it like this? Just, it's a punish.
A punishment for what?
For just being here in Palestine.
Outside the block, a massive pile of rubbish and personal belongings hurled down by the soldiers. On the top floor, the flat Prime Minister Netanyahu visited.
That's Netanyahu. He's sitting there, basically. Right?
Yes.
That's him. Netanyahu was here in your house. What's your message to him?
يكسر اجريه ليش اجى عنا
شو هذا الله يوفقه شو هذا ما عندهم مساعد يسأل عنا ولا حدا.
Israel has overall control of the West Bank, but urban areas like this are administered by Palestinian officials. Now, far-right Israeli politicians want to go further and fully annex the entire territory. We travel across the West Bank, passing signs of increasing Israeli dominance. Dozens of new checkpoints have been erected in recent weeks. The landscape is dotted with settlements, considered illegal internationally, eating into an area intended to be the heart of a Palestinian state. Record numbers of settler homes are being approved here. The settlers are now more violent and more powerful than ever before. With allies in the heart of government, extremists attack Palestinian properties with near impunity. This was the small community of Taiba. After the Hamas October the 7th attacks, residents say settlers forced them out. The Jaafre family is now living just across the valley. And next to the ruins of their old homes, a new settler outpost.
You still miss living there?
على طول بشتاق لها حلم بحلم فيه عشقي إلى الآخر يعني لو بضل في عمري يوم بدي أروح هناك.
وهذول المستوطنين من الجيش أجبرونا بقوة السلاح والتهديد ويعني بشكل عنيف جدا.
The Jaafres were proud of their homes, but they were built without Israeli permission, because that permission is hardly ever granted. They say they were fighting a demolition order in court when radical settlers bulldozed the community. We head towards the outpost next to where the family's homes once stood.
Larger state-backed settlements have been expanding in the occupied West Bank at an unprecedented rate, despite being considered illegal internationally. So too have smaller outposts like this one, which are actually even considered illegal under Israeli law. And many, just like this one, are now in the process of becoming officially recognized.
As we enter, we're accosted by a member of the outpost security team.
One picture, dir balak. I'm crazy, okay?
Soldiers are on the scene too. We're prevented from filming and are marched off the site.
Let me just explain to you why we were here. Okay. To our land? Okay.
What you didn't understand, huh? What you didn't understand?
We're
We
going.
don't want here. You and Georgia Arab, all right?
No Arabs allowed here?
No Arabs here.
The Arabs said they used to live here, right?
No. You want the Nazis or Hamas, the terrorism organization, live here.
The settlers here see themselves as victims of Palestinian attacks and as pioneers building on land promised by God. Amidst the hatred and fear, a two-state solution looks near impossible. We're heading back up to Tulkarm. It's the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, and in the city centre, there's a relaxed atmosphere. On the outskirts, in the camps, Israel's military operation continues. Walid and his friends have no idea when the army will allow them back.
How do you see the future? Do you think you'll be able to build the kind of lives for yourselves that you want to?
Anyone here don't know what his future will be. Maybe in one moment, Israeli soldiers decide to destroy my house. Now, what is my future?
What do you think is the solution? 2 states, 1 state, 67 borders?
Of course, we Palestinians, we will not accept to be two, Israeli and Palestinian. We just want to be us.
The Israelis in Israel,
Yes.
they're not going to go anywhere. You're not going anywhere from here. There has to be a solution
I don't
on
think
both
so.
sides, no?
No. It's my land. No one can take it from me. Go out from where you come. You come from America, everywhere. Go out. It's my land.
For Walid and many Palestinians, the dissolution of Israel is a dream they refuse to let go of. He counts some of those who've died after taking up arms as close friends, legitimate resistance in the eyes of many here, not terrorists. Others we spoke to resented the fighters. But Israel's actions here and the deepening of its occupation are fanning the flames of an anger and a trauma passed from generation to generation.
Secunder Kermani there with that special report. In a statement to us, the Israeli military said it operates in accordance with international law, making efforts to minimise harm while tackling terrorists exploiting the civilian population as human shields. It said it does operate from inside homes if circumstances on the ground require, but destruction of civilian property is a violation of orders. The military said the events in our report do not represent IDF values and will be examined.